आज हम पढ़ेंगे डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम की ऑटोबायोग्राफी विंग्स ऑफ फायर, जिसको लिखा है मिस्टर अरुण तिवारी ने. So let's start it. As you see on the first page, it's written Wings of Fire and Autobiography, and as you can see a signature of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Second page there's some information, and on third page it's written Wings of Fire and Autobiography APJ Abdul Kalam with Arun Tiwari. As we see here, हमको दिखता है एक बहुत ही अच्छी पोयम, जो कि ऑब्वियसली अच्छी होगी क्योंकि मदर के बारे में लिखी हुई है. तो लेट्स रीड दिस पोयम. To the memory of my parents, my mother, sea waves, golden sand, pilgrim faith, Rameshwaram mosque, streets all merge into one. My mother, you come to me like heaven, caring arm. I remember the war days when life was challenging and toil, miles to walk, hours before sunrise, walking to take lessons from sanitary teachers near the temple, again miles to the Arab teaching school, climb sandy hills to railway station road, collect, distribute newspapers to temple city citizens, few hours after sunrise, going to school, evening business before study at night. All this pain of young boy. My mother, you transformed into poised strength, with kneeling and bowing 5 times for grace of Almighty, only my mother. Your strong piety, your children's strength, you always shared your best with whoever needed the most. You always gave and gave with faith in him. I still remember the day when I was 10, sleeping on your lap to envy of my elder brother and sister. It was full moon night, my words only you knew, my mother, my mother. When at midnight I woke with tears falling on your knees, I knew the pain of your child, my mother, your caring hand tenderly removing the pain. Your love, your care, your faith gave me strength to face the world without fear, and with his strength we will meet him again on the great judgment day. My mother, APJ अब्दुल कलाम. वाह, बहुत ही अच्छी पोयम लिखी हुई है डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम की. सो नेक्स्ट पेज कंटेंट्स है, प्रीफेस, एक्नॉलेजमेंट वगैरह वगैरह कौन पड़ेगा. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ प्रीफेस. I have worked under Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam for over a decade. This might seem to disqualify me as his biographer, and I certainly have no notion of being one. One day while speaking to him, I asked him if he had a message for young Indians. His message fascinated me. Later I mustered the courage to ask him about his recollections so that I could pen them down before they were buried irrelatively under the sands of time. We had a long series of sitting late into the night and early under the fading stars of dawn, all somehow stolen from his busy schedule of 18 hours a day. The profundity and range of his ideas mesmerized me. He had tremendous vitality and received immense pleasure from the world of ideas. His conversation was not always easy to follow, but always fresh and stimulating. There was complexities, subtleties, and intriguing metaphors and subplots in his narrative, but gradually the unfolding of his brilliant mind took the form of a continuous discourse. When I sat down to write this book, I felt it required greater skills than I possessed. But realizing the importance of this track and regarding it an honor to have been permitted to attempt it, I prayed earnestly for encouragement and caliber to complete it. This book is written for ordinary people of India for whom Dr. Kalam has an immense affection and of whom Dr. Kalam is certainly one. He has intuitive rapture with the humblest and simplest people, an indication of his own simplicity and innate spirituality. For myself, writing this book has been a pilgrimage. Though Dr. Kalam, I was blessed with the revelation that real joy of living can be found in only one way, in one communication with an eternal source of hidden knowledge within oneself, which each individual is bidden to seek and find for himself or herself. Many of you may never meet Dr. Kalam in person, but I hope you will enjoy his company through this book and that he will become your spiritual friend. I, I could include in this book only a few incidents among the many narrated to me by Dr. Kalam. In fact, this book provides only thumbnail sketches of Dr. Kalam's life. It is quite possible that certain important incidents have been inadvertently dropped and that the contribution of some individuals to the project coordinated by Dr. Kalam has gone unrecorded. Since a quarter century of professional life separates me from Dr. Kalam, some important issues might also have remained uncovered or have been distorted. I am solely, solely, I am solely responsible for such shortcomings, which are, of course, completely unintentional. So here's an acknowledgement which I don't wish to read. And some introduction which we will read.